Hey guys, back with another video, and today I have my August TBR. So, August is my Christian readathon. So that is what my TBR is going to be. This is year 2 that I'm doing the Christian readathon. If you would like to read along, please join me. The only thing I think that will change this year that I'm not sure if I did last year, which I probably should have jotted down or went back and looked at that video, and I didn't. But I will say that one book can cover more than one prompt. I am not a stickler for one book covering 2 prompts, or one book only being able to cover 3 prompts, or you having to have one book per prompt sort of person. The reason I am not is because I am a mother of 3 boys. I am a wife. I work full-time as a teacher, and I volunteer full-time with my Sunday school church teaching in rotation. So I'm not teaching all the time, but I teach in rotation. And I'm very involved in my church with other activities. So I'm on the go. I'm busy. And days, and as you can tell, I'm like rubbing my eyes. I'm sorry. But there are some days where I do get to relax, and when I do get to relax, I relax. And then I also have my little side hustle business where I try to make a little bit extra money so that I can, you know, afford to buy my students a little bit more for the classroom, or be able to get a little bit of extra, I don't know, gas or ice cream, or go out to dinner or something like that with someone. So I myself am a busy person, and I understand that, look, people have wives, husbands, kids, you know, friends, family that we all want to spend time with. So however you can make this work for you, as long as you cover all of the prompts in some form or fashion, you have completed this readathon. All right, so there are still 6 prompts, and prompt 3 is the only prompt that changed a little bit. So first I'm going to give you all of the prompts, and then I'm going to tell you what I myself will read. And I will also make sure that the prompts are in the description. All right, so prompt 1, testimony. Read a book of a testimony. Prompt 2, read a book, or I'm sorry, together. Prompt 2, together. Read a book or devo on unity. 3, relationships. Read a novel on godly relationships, romance, friendships, etc. This can be a devo as well. I know I wrote novel because when I was writing it down, and I think the same with last year, I was just, in my mind, I was thinking books, you know. And I keep forgetting about devos. There's some great devos out there, especially some on YouVersion. So, or U Bible. But yes, so it'd be novel or devo. I'm gonna go with a novel personally, but I'll tell you about that later. All right, 4, prompt 4, fiction. Read a biblical fiction. And 5, read it together. Read a book or devo together with a small group, or with your church, or with one other person. Now, something else that does change. So, all right, I'll tell you about the changes later. Actually, let me just give you my last prompt. Prompt 6, random read. Read a Christian novel of your choice. Okay. Prompt 3 changed because last year, in the height of everything going on, relationships was more of a topic that I wanted for the readathon to be a unity of God's people unified, coming together in the book was geared towards race. So that way we could see how God's people could come together under one thing, and how race, like the color of your skin, really wasn't like a thing to be separated until, you know, the one race wanted to be superior over the other. Not to say that skin tone wasn't talked about in the Bible or wasn't referenced in the Bible. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that it wasn't a division amongst people until then. Back then, I believe it was division among tradition is how I interpret the way the Bible has, you know, all my Bible studies that I've done so far. The way I've interpreted that is that division was among the way you worshipped and in the tradition of it, not in the word of God in and of itself, if that makes any sense. But this year I wanted to be on unity as a whole. So you can choose unity on race, or you can choose unity as in God's people, one book on unity, or a devo on unity. I have found, so all my other devices are dead and I'm recording this on my phone. So I found some devos on unity in my Bible app, and I will tell you when I'm telling you about my books, the choices I will have between the books I'm reading for that topic. All right, and then read it together. What changed about that? So what changed about this one, difference from last year and this year, is that last year for some reason I didn't include books or devos that were already in process. So because this is in August and some people may have already started doing a devo with a group or a small group or one other person, instead of them wanting to change what they're doing and figure out something new to read so that it could fit for this readathon, I will also include, if you have already started it and you will be finishing it in August, count it. Count that devo. And now I will explain more about that when I tell you what I am reading. So for these prompts, I have books that, like I have one book in particular that covers all but one prompt. And that book is I Found Love. I was supposed to read this in February. I did not. I decided to go ahead and save it for this month, actually. So this book covers testimonies, because they're real life stories of people and particular events. So the testimony isn't necessarily like a life testimony of what happened with these individuals throughout their lives. Is more on a certain issue or the topic of love, right? But this book also covers prompt 3, actually. It also covers prompt 3 on read a novel on godly relationships, whether romance, friendships, or family. All 3 of those are covered in this book. And this one also covers, actually, number 6. So it covers 2, 3. It covers 3, because this can also be my random read. And the reason why I'm saying this one could be my random read is because last week when I was thinking about the readathon, I was like, oh, that book right there, I have forgotten that I picked it out, and then I had a post-it note. I took it out earlier, but I had a post-it note on the inside that said read in August. But yeah, so, but I'm not going to choose this for my random read. I think I'm going to just do testimony and relationships with this one. if I choose this one. This will for sure be prompt number 3. Also, for prompt 1, testimony, I have Beth Moore, Chasing Vines. And this is pretty much a book that is a testimony. So she uses her testimony in helping people get through hard times in their lives. So yes, it is a devo. Yes, it has devo questions and whatnot, but it is more so of her journey. Let's see. Read it together. No. Yeah, read it together. Read a book. So prompt 5. Read a book, a devo together. So the reason why I said if you're already doing it, it could also work for this month if you know you're going to be finishing that devo by the end of this month. So I am doing the Chosen series with my small group of girls. Right now, my tablet, which I usually hold up to the screen if it is a book that I'm reading on my Kindle. But the devo book is on the Kindle. It is The Chosen. It is the interactive devo, volume 1 interactive devo of The Chosen, and it goes along with the first season of the Chosen series. And we are already on week 4. I believe there's only 8 videos or episodes. I'm sorry. I think there's only 8 episodes, so I think we only have 4 more weeks of this devo. We should be finished at the end of this month or the first week of September. So also, by the way, this readathon starts on the 8th. Yes, I know I'm a little bit late. 8th is Sunday, this coming Sunday, and it will end on the 8th of September. So it does give you a month, but it will go into the first week of September. So The Chosen is my prompt 5. Fiction, which is prompt 4, read a biblical fiction. I believe that this fits the criteria. Says something's out there. Read Shelton organized the survival weekend. Hire the best guide in the region. Meticulously trained, studied, and packed while encouraging his wife, Beck, to do the same. But little did they know that surviving the elements would become the least of their worries. During their first night of camping, an unearthly wail pierces the calm of the forest. Someone knows something, emerges from the dense woods, and begins pursuing them. Everything that follows is a blur to read, except for the unforgettable image of a huge creature carrying his wife into the darkness. Dependent on the efforts of a small town and band of friends, Reed knows they have little time to find Beck. Even more importantly, he soon realizes that they aren't the only ones doing the hunting. Something much faster, more relentless, and definitely not human has begun to hunt. Frank Peter is the top of his game in the ultimate tale of survival of the fittest. Nothing is as it first appears to in this thriller, where things go bump in the night, are only a heartbeat away. So I think this was given to me as a Christian thriller novel, which makes it fiction. I'm not quite sure if it meets that criteria, but we'll see. We'll see. If not this, then I believe I am on the 3rd or 4th book in the Narnia series. So if not this one, then definitely the Narnia book 3 or 4. I can't remember the names of the books. Also, one last book that I'm not sure if I'll read or not read, and it does hit on number 1 as testimony. Reason being is because this is a thick book for all of the back to school training and everything that I have to do. And what we all have come to know is that Christian novels do not have audio. At least a good fair amount of them, especially the ones that are more, what do you say, nonfiction. They don't have audio. So it does not help you to read through them. Now, I don't mind the book not having audio, but when you have a really busy schedule, you just have to know to calculate and put in more time somewhere, either at the beginning of the day or at the end of the day. I don't suspect, with me being a first year 5th grade teacher, that I will have much of a plan time or lunchtime to do any reading. But you never know. It could be surprising. And yes, I do say that I'm a first year teacher because technically, even though I have I have had in the past students of all grade level, that only is true as far as having to be the reading instructional aid that pulls reading, math, and writing instructional aid that pulls kids from different grade levels for reading, writing, and math intervention. But that is not considered a grade level classroom teacher, which is what I now am. 5th grade. Hashtag 5th grade. Hashtag science. I know hashtags don't work the same when you actually say them out loud. So anyway, this book right here will cover prompt 1, testimony. I've heard nothing but good stories about this book. I myself had never dwelled in it because I didn't know that this was actually a Christian novel. I actually thought that this book was fake when I first saw it. I thought it was someone's play on the Bible. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen the books where it's like 90 minutes in heaven or 90 minutes in hell. Those books, I thought this was someone's play on that using a child, and I didn't want anything to do with it. And I know that sounds crazy because if you also know me and has been on this channel for even a little bit, you also know that this channel is Christian and horror predominantly, because I like the genre horror and I also love the genre Christianity. And some people will say, oh, those don't mix, but a lot of horror is based off of the book of Revelations. It just is. Or, demons, and there's demons throughout the Bible. Jesus talks about them. So he actually pulled one from a lady and put it in a pig. I'm just saying. But anyway, those things are in the Bible, and a lot of it is book of Revelations. But like I said, I thought this was someone's play on trying to use a kid for that, I don't know, humor. And I know horror has kids in it, and a lot of the really good horror plays on kids, but I personally draw the line at my preference. I draw the line when it comes to people using their children for their religious purposes. And that's what I thought this was. But it is not that. Apparently this is a little boy's astounding story of his trip to heaven and back. So this young man, this little boy, I'm guessing he died and went to heaven. And I say I'm guessing because I've read a few books like 90 minutes or 30 minutes in heaven, where it was just like they took a really deep sleep, or they thought they were in a really deep sleep on their couch or on their living room floor, and they went to heaven. I'm not sure what happened to this little man, but I will be reading it to see, probably. And I say probably because I'm not sure if I want to read this one or this one, or if this one will cover all the prompts. Because, like I said, it is August, it is back to school. I'm still trying to get stuff done for my classroom. I'm still trying to get orders in that I'm behind on, orders that are needed for the first day of school. I am just doing a lot, and I have this weekend and next weekend to do, or to get started with at least these orders. So because I will be busy, what I'm not going to do though, because I will be busy, I don't know which one of the books I will read, but what I'm not going to do is say that I don't have time to read a book pertaining to this readathon, because that won't happen. So, and either this one will be my fiction or one of the Narnia books will be my fiction, because this is also a big book, so it'd be a big read. Also, the book on unity, even though this one does cover unity, I did also find a devo in the Bible app, and it was titled Unity, and that, I believe that is like a 5-day devo. I think I may or may not do that devo, but I am in need of a new devo anyway on my Bible app, because I just finished one this morning. So I'm going to look up some on Unity, and if I don't get a chance to read this book for the Unity one, it will be my devo. My devo will count as it. So those are the prompts. Those are what I've chosen to read for the prompts, and I invite you to read along with me if that is your thing. Bye.